Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for a tree and shrub marketing webinar. This is Nicole Wise from Holganix, and just a few webinar logistics before we get started. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the question box at the bottom. We're going to have a few places where we're going to have some polls and some questions, so feel free to write questions in here, and we'll tally them and read them off for everybody. So thanks again for your time, and with that being said, let's get started. So as I said, there's a nice picture. I guess everybody hates their own picture, right? But a picture of me so you know who's talking, my contact information. I am the head of marketing here at Holganix. I oversee the brand, but what I really love is using my 12 years of green industry experience to talk about how to grow lawn care companies and ways to grow your business and be more profitable. So today's webinar, all about tree and shrub, fits right into that wheelhouse. Our agenda for today, we're going to start, why tree and shrub? Why should we do that? Who's your audience? Who are you going to be talking to? Building your marketing campaign, what's it going to look like? As well as a timeline. We have some tools that you can use, and then we'll have some Q&A throughout there, as well as some polls that will be embedded in there as well. So actually, I think we're going to get started first with a poll. So question 1, how many of you have attended a marketing webinar already in the past? So if you could answer that question. Just waiting here a few minutes. Everybody take a minute and tell us if you've attended a marketing webinar. We'd appreciate it. So just give it another second. Okay, so it looks like 75% of you have joined us in a webinar before, so I thank those of you who are returning. Those of you who haven't, I hope you find them really useful and can come back. We've got quite a few different webinars that we'd love to see you on, so hopefully you can join us again. And those distributors, I hope you can have your customers join some as well, and thank you for taking the time. All right, I think we're going to go one more question before we get into the crux of things here. Question 2, how many of you are currently offer a tree and shrub apps? So how many of you already have a tree and shrub program and treat tree and shrub? So your options, yes, we have in the past but don't anymore. No, we don't at all, or you're a distributor. Maybe about another 10 seconds. That's a total of 30 seconds to pick an answer. So 17% of you do already have a tree and shrub program, so hopefully we can help you grow that or give you some new tidbits to help that segment of your business. 83% of you said no, you do not have a tree and shrub business, so you can use a lot of these tips as well to get a division started, and it's a great division to start, and Holganix is a great piece to that division as well. So thank you for participating in the polls. And with that, we'll talk about why tree and shrub. Why should we market tree and shrub? So on average, if you take your total customer base, whether you have mowing or full maintenance or just fertilization, about 10 to 30% will sign up for a lawn care or for a tree and shrub program. They already know you, they already know what to expect, and they already do business with you. You're already in that relationship, so it's easy for them to dig into that. you already know that they care about their property and what it looks like, so they're more likely to go ahead and move your services onto their tree and shrub maintenance program. So as I said already, who's your audience? But your audience is really looking at your current customers. You can absolutely go out and do a tree and shrub campaign to prospects, but in general, you'll have much more luck looking right at your customer base. They're already, like I said, the ones that know you. They already have signed up for your other services. They might have aeration and seed. They might have mow. They might have fertilizing, but they've already signed up for those other services, and it's a great way to get a real return on your investment and really make you already have that connection, so you might as well use it. So your campaign should include both inbound and outbound marketing campaigns. So the best marketing campaigns include elements of both inbound and outbound marketing. In the past, you've heard me talk more about outbound marketing and really focusing on that for new customers. However, as we build this tree and shrub campaign, you're talking to your customers already, people who already know you, and you're building a community and a relationship. So I would really focus on trying to include some inbound marketing in this, and it will really improve your ROI because you've already built that relationship. Yes, we are recording. All right. So how do we build the tree and shrub campaign? What does it look like? What are we going to send to those customers? So you really want to combine both inbound and outbound marketing in this campaign. I know in the past you've probably heard me talk a lot more about outbound marketing and getting your ROI and making sure you've gotten your money back and it's worth doing. In the inbound marketing though, you're really creating a relationship, you're creating community, and it's with your current customers oftentimes. So inbound marketing is a critical piece that should be combined with the outbound marketing in the tree and shrub arena and campaign. So if we start with outbound marketing, there's a couple different options for outbound marketing. So the first two there are both prepays. So a form letter or something that comes out of your system that offers them a discount to prepay and add the tree and shrub program. Now in each of these scenarios, the first one you could ask them to add the tree and shrub, but then also prepay for their remaining balance for the rest of the year. That will help you with your AR as the season goes on. It really cleans up some of that and makes it much easier. So I highly recommend that. You know, giving 10% discount, you know, and if they're going to add the tree and shrub, you know, giving them that extra option, that extra discount for adding those services. In the second option, you might not want to confuse them. Sometimes it creates a little bit of chaos when you put the remaining balance on there. So if you don't want to confuse things, you might keep it simple and just focus on tree and shrub applications and give them a discount when they add tree and shrub and prepay for it. Postcard campaign, absolutely you can, you know, continue with some of the methods you've already used. I know of a company in Nashville who was great at this. They really upsold all their customers. Once they got them on board in their fertilizing, then they would send them postcards for all the different areas that they did service. So sending postcards is a great part of this campaign. And then personal notes on invoices. So your technicians are out there, leave information, have the technicians write information. Again, it's building that community, building that relationship, building that trust. So have them put a personal note on invoices about the tree and shrub campaign. Hey, you might want to think about adding tree and shrub. I noticed you had some beetles, something along those lines. So that's a great way to keep your outbound marketing moving. When you work on your outbound campaign, you want to keep in mind three things. One, you want to make sure your piece is remarkable. Just like this picture, that red tulip is really standing out of the crowd. Make sure you are standing out from the crowd. There's a lot of landscaping marketing out there. Make sure your piece is remarkable and speaks to the crowd. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't try and tell them too much information. Don't overwhelm them with lots of words. Keep it really simple and really focus on just your tree and shrub. Don't try and pull all different services in. And then make sure you have a strong offer. So oftentimes people say, well, why do I have to give anything away? Well, that's what the industry does, and that's what people are looking for. So make sure you have a strong offer. We usually like to give away the free winterization. It's the last service of the year. It makes them stay on the program. It also is cost effective to do that last one free. And it'll really get their information. And then, so we would do a free tree and shrub, and then also a prepay offer usually. Okay, so once you've sent that postcard out, once you've sent that direct mail, it stands out from the crowd. If you follow up with a call, you will dramatically improve your close rates. And I'm talking probably double them. You will double your amount of sales in the tree and shrub campaign if you follow up with a call. Don't be afraid to call. These are not cold calls. These are your customers. You want to talk to them, find out what's going on. You might find out that they're having a problem, but that's okay. Don't be afraid of that. Hear what they have to say, talk to them, use it as a selling opportunity, and you would rather know about it than them cancel later on because they had this problem. So find out what's going on, talk to them, create a relationship, and sell them tree and shrub while you're at it. So and you'll definitely improve your close rate then. If we move on to inbound marketing, some options in inbound marketing, you have an email newsletter. This is a great way to keep in touch with people. It's a great way to give them information and, again, building that community. Blog it, give them lots of information, talk to them about what you're doing, what's different, what they can be doing to have healthy trees and shrubs. And then, of course, post it out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. In all of these scenarios, really create your personality for your company. Really talk about who you are and what you're all about, and creating that personality is a way for the customers to connect with your company. So the personality is really important here in these pieces. I know some people include their kids. Everybody loves to see pictures of kids and things, and again, it's a great way to connect with people. So let's take our last poll question here. This is question number 3. So do you have a blog or social media network? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? What are you doing? And you can click all that apply here. So let's take a look. I'll give everybody about another 10 seconds here to tell us what kind of social media you're using and blogging. Okay, so it looks like not many or none of you are blogging. That is a hard piece to really get started on, and we can send you some information on that as well when we send our email out. But social media, it looks like about 75% of you are blogging and using other areas, and that's great. At least you put your toe in the water and you've started using that. So don't forget about it. Continue to tweet. Post on Facebook a couple times a week is good practice for social media. So I'm glad to see some people have started using that. In this inbound marketing, like I said, you want to create a personality. So educate them, don't sell them. Act like you're at a cocktail party. That drink, I love this slide. It looks so good, so yummy. How would you talk to your friends? How would you talk to somebody at a cocktail party about your services, about your business, about what you're doing, using Holganix, using probiotics, the tree and shrub program? So just start educating them. Don't be afraid to give away your secrets. Okay? People might say, oh, I can do that on my own, and then they go and try it. Most of the time, they don't ever get to it, or they don't get the results they're looking for. So feel free to educate, tell them what you're doing, tell them what's going on, and don't hide those secrets. Really put them out there, and it's a way for people to connect with you. And again, that personality, that community, it all comes back at you. All right, so that's great. I just gave you lots of things to do, but now when are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Most of us have just finished our spring push. Some of you might have been a little before this, but you just finished that spring push. You're after Memorial Day. Sales start to slow down. You catch your breath. Now is a great time to start that tree and shrub campaign. It's a great time of year for tree and shrub applications. They're getting hit with beetles and bugs a lot of times, a lot of disease with the summer months with the humidity. So it's a great time that they're seeing and feeling the pain. So if we look at this as a 7-week campaign, getting us now to aeration and fall selling season, and we're going to include direct mail, telemarketing, emailing, blogging, and social media. Okay, social media you're going to do every week. You're just going to continue to post information about Tree and Shrub, information about your program, offers, educate them, sell them through social media. But then in week 1, you want to also include some direct mail. That a postcard, we're going to show you an option for a postcard in a minute. In week 2, you're going to follow up that mail piece with telemarketing and blogging as well. In week 3, you can do an email newsletter with your social media. Week 4, you're going to do another direct mail piece. Maybe that first one was a prepay, now this one's a postcard, or vice versa, whichever works for you. And you're going to blog and social media again. In week 5, go back, you mail to them, now let's call them and post on social media. Week 6, let's do another blog, giving them information about Tree and Shrub, talking about what they're seeing. And then in week 7, just finish it up with a little social media, see if you can't close another deal or two there as the end of the summer starts to hit. So that's what I would like the campaign timeline to look like. Holganix, we're always trying to make things easy for you to grow your business, so we create different marketing tools. All of these tools are available for you to use, and we're expecting you to pull from them. So some options that are out there. We have the Holganix postcard on Tree and Shrub. I have that in a second. I'm going to show you what that looks like. There's also a video and some informational pieces that are coming out in the upcoming weeks that you can send to your customers, kind of like nature notes almost. We're putting together those. Look at blogs and social media for those that are going to launch here in the next week or so. So take a look out for those informational pieces. My Emma is a great resource or constant contact for email newsletters. It's really inexpensive way to communicate with your customers, stay in front of them. Again, educate and sell through that. More educating and more talking to them and creating that relationship. You can do some automated social media, and there's a company or a site called RazorSocial.com, and they have a social media automation portion there, and that will help you automate that system, and it'll help you go out to Twitter and Facebook and all the different places. So check that out, and then look for some Tree and Shrub facts online. You know, just do some research, find some facts that are easy to post on social media. We have a site, it's bachmans.com Garden Center. And again, we're going to send all of these to you at the end of this webinar. So feel free to take a look at those and find some Tree and Shrub facts that will make it easy. So let's take a look at the postcard. Here's the postcard that we have designed already for you. It's really easy to plug and play. We take Go Organics logo and phone number out, website, and put your information in. All the design is done for you. Any tweaks, any design tweaks you want, will cover the cost of that. You just need to pay for print, and we've got a great resource that's really inexpensive there as well. This is the back. Again, you know, you've got an offer and some wording in there. Happy to take and tweak that any way you'd like. Again, putting your logo and information in there. And then this is a video that we've created for you to put on your social media, to put on your website as a way to sell your Tree and Shrub program. It's a way for people to, in a video form, learn about what you're doing and how it's different. And so we'll send you a link to this. So you can't download it from YouTube. You can see it probably on YouTube, but you'll have to download the link in order to use it on your website. So look for that in your email as well. So now it's time for audience questions. If you take a minute and type your questions into your chat box like we showed you at the beginning, we'll start taking some questions and answering things as we go along here as you type questions. So I'll just give everybody a minute to think for a second and put your questions into the chat box. How do you build your pricing structure based on ground size or plant size? You can do it either way. We did just post a blog last week that is all about plant size. So you would give certain plants certain points, and so we can easily, you can then add up the points and then you can get a price. I can also tell you in our past company, we used to really block price things. If you knew somebody had a certain size lot, then it would make life, a whole lot easier. You just, what price you do for lawn, you're going to do that for tree and shrub. Again, it's a way to blanket price a little more. That's your logo. We could probably turn postcards around in about 7 to 10 business days. That's 2 or 3 days just to do design for us to get your logo, you to approve it, and then about 5 days to get it to the print house and ship it. So, we're looking 7 to 10 days till you could have postcards in hand, which, is fairly quickly since a lot of the design work is done. It's easy, to plug and play a few words, plug and play a logo and some information, but we can really then turn around printing fairly quickly. Barry, it looks like you wrote something too about corporate blogs for Z's. I don't think I know a whole lot about that, but might be something for everybody to look into. Prices for the program for tree and shrub. What prices for what? Prices for postcards, prices for product, prices for homeowners. For Holganix product or all products? Holganix. So Todd is asking about pricing for the tree and shrub product, the Holganix product, and you would have to talk to your local distributor about that. I don't have that off the top of my head, and so I apologize. You'll have to get in touch with your local representative to get pricing on that. A lot of people will ask, the tree and shrub product versus the lawn product. All of our products are based in the same science. If you're looking at ingredients, if you're looking at what it's doing, they're all based in the same science, the same ingredients, the same pieces. However, things like tree and shrub have a little more that help with suppression against insect and disease. Some of them are more fungally versus bacterial based on the plant. Some will help with more sugars to help the blooms. So depending on the different products, you'll get a little bit different results. You'll get different results absolutely with the different plants. Oftentimes people will ask us, will it hurt to use the same product? It will not hurt to use lawn product on tree and shrub or tree and shrub on lawn. You may not get the best results that we would recommend because you're not getting those different pieces that are really in there specifically for that plant. However, it's not going to hurt. So that's often a question we get. What are some of the objections customers will have, and how do I overcome those objections? It's one of those things that if they're already looking at their property as the reflection on them, and they want their property to look good, a maintenance tree and shrub program is really something that will really dramatically help, and people don't think of it often. And if you put it out there, look, give me a year and let's look at the results. Often, really looking at what kind of insects, what kind of disease are hitting based on the weather we get over these next summer months. That's a great way to go about selling it. Is just trees and shrubs go under tremendous pressure in the upcoming months, and so it's a great way to start saying, hey, you're already seeing the decline, you're already seeing the beetles on there. I know I lost a rose bush last year from beetles, so looking at what they have, I still have that plant in the ground. I didn't apply what I should have applied, and I didn't follow up with it. I watched the beetles, and now I have a dead plant. So really looking at what's on their property and being able to show them what difference you can make. are great ways to sell it. And that can come from the technicians when they're there and on that invoice note more than on the phone. Any other questions? So in conclusion, we're going to send out a survey. We'd love to hear your feedback. We want to know if this was helpful, if it was worth your time. We want you to be honest and tell us what we can do to help you guys grow your business. And so please take a minute and fill out the survey at the conclusion. And then look for a follow-up email. You'll have a recorded version of this webinar so you can go back and repeat any of the pieces you missed or wanted to rehear. And all the resources that we talked about and the information that was mentioned will be in that email as well. So feel free to make sure you check your email, make sure it didn't go to spam as well, and look for that information in your email. So here's my contact information. Any way we can help you, any follow-up, feel free to reach out. My email, nys@holganix.com. I'm extension 300. When you call the office, we're always happy to help you guys in any way we can. Suzanne is my right-hand gal. She's in the office and really helps and is phenomenal with messaging, and she really heads up all of the marketing for you guys and helping you guys with that. So she's a great resource here at the office as well, and her email is slongacre@holganix.com, and her extension is 212. So feel free to reach out to either one of us, or call the office, ask for either one, and we'll help you as much as we can. Thank you so much for your time today. We really are grateful that you're part of our community and attended the webinar, and hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. Did it record? Better.